Josh Kerr is your 1500-meter world champion in 2023. Josh Kerr of the United Kingdom shocks favorite Jakob Ingebrigtsen to win the men's 1500-meter title. The Norwegian loses to a member of Team GB for the second World Championships in a row, as Kerr kicks past the Olympic champion to win a thrilling sprint to the finish line. Let's look at how he did and who else won big in the championship. On Wednesday, 23rd August 2023, Great Britain's Josh Kerr delivered a shock to the championships by storming to gold in the men's 1500-meter at the 2023 World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary. The bronze medalist of Tokyo 2020 began the race after watching his teammate Jake Whiteman beat favorite Jakob Ingebrigtsen to the line at the Oregon 22 World Championships. However, with the Norwegian Olympic champion entering the 2023 championships in dominant form, with a world lead time of 3 minutes 27.14 seconds, the feeling was that history would not repeat itself this year. Could it be? In a race that was eerily similar to last year's final, Kerr kicked for the finish line with 200 meters to go, passing his more decorated rival to win in 3 minutes 29.38 seconds, in front of a Budapest crowd that appeared as stunned as the winner himself. Ingebrigtsen finished second in 3 minutes 29.65 seconds, with his compatriot Narve Gilhe Noritz, who is coached by Ingebrigtsen's father, taking bronze in 329.68. I've been in 4 major championship finals and only came away with a bronze, so I knew it was my time to come away with gold. And when you're the underdog, you can come out and take what's yours, and you're not handed anything.
Just to take the opportunity when it was there, I felt a slight, it was probably a 0.1% of a break, and I was like, this is me. This is, you've got to work off instinct, and I was very much.
Kerr said after the race, before going on to explain what this championship victory means to him. I've been in 4 major championship finals and only come away with a bronze, so I knew it was my time to come away. It's been a long road to get here, and it's just so surreal to be in this position, and I'm loving every minute of it, he says. And despite his disappointment at not winning gold, Ingebrigtsen was gracious in defeat. All credit to Kerr. He ran a good race, but I feel unlucky to be in this position. I developed a dry throat in the semifinals, which progressed to a sore throat. I got a little better this morning, but obviously not completely. I wasn't the best in the field today, and I would have preferred to be in a different situation, feeling a little better. I don't think there was much I could have done differently. Kerr now has another gleaming medal to add to his collection, but this one is different. The 25-year-old is the second Scottish athlete in as many years to reach the top of the metric mile podium, and he marked the emotional occasion by running to celebrate with his parents in the stands. And for Team GB, who have already seen Katarina Johnson-Thompson own the underdog tag on her way to heptathlon victory, another surprise victory shows their athletes' team is in good shape less than a year before the Olympic Games in Paris in 2024. Despite having another stellar year on the track in 2023, it appears that a pattern is forming in which runners from Great Britain are able to overcome the giant that is Jakob Ingebrigtsen at the World Athletics Championships, despite having less experience and a slower 1500-meter personal record. Those who remember last year's 2022 World Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon, will recall Josh Kerr's unexpected 1500-meter victory. Then, Kerr's fellow British 1500-meter runner, 29-year-old Jake Whiteman, pulled off a similar upset to win the men's 1500-meter event, shocking not only Olympic champion Jakob Ingebrigtsen, but also Brits and UK runners at large. So apparently 25-year-old Josh Kerr decided that he, too, had what it took to pull off an upset over the mile titan, and he decided to go after winning his international gold medal and a second in the event for Great Britain. Kerr began watching video recordings of the men's 1500-meter final at 2022 World Athletics Championships to learn about Jakob Ingebrigtsen's racing style and how fellow Brit Jake Whiteman won. Despite having far less experience in the 1500-meter than Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Josh Kerr attempted to replicate Whiteman's race strategy. which included a decisive surge into the lead with 200 meters to go. According to reports, Kerr predicted that Ingebrigtsen would only allow the same tactics to be used once and lose the gold medal for the second year in a row. So Kerr expected a difficult final push where Ingebrigtsen matched his move. As a result, Josh Kerr decided that having a potentially feasible race plan would not be enough if he wanted to maximize his chances of beating Jakob Ingebrigtsen. So Kerr took it upon himself to do everything he could in his physical and mental preparation for the 2023 World Athletics Championships men's 1500-meter event, including hiring a sports psychologist, working with a nutritionist to help him build out a meal plan, and hiring a chef to prep his meals for the final 6 weeks leading up to the Track World Championships in Budapest. Kerr advanced through the preliminary and semifinal rounds before crossing the finish line in the men's 1500-meter final last night, the event's medal-winning stage. Josh Kerr of the United Kingdom did exactly what he set out to do, running an intelligent race that put him right on Ingebrigtsen's shoulder on the back straightaway of the final lap of the World Championship 1500-meter final. It was nearly identical to Jake Whiteman's position in the same race last year. Kerr then dropped the hammer with 200 meters to go, exactly as he mentally and physically prepared. Ingebrigtsen responded to a UK runner attempting to overtake him in the final push by quickening his pace and forcing Kerr to go wide through the final turn into the home stretch. Kerr, however, was undeterred. He used his training to his advantage and meticulously executed his race strategy, surging through the final straightaway to win. Josh Kerr won the men's 1500-meter race at the World Athletics Championship for the second time in a row, finishing in 3 minutes 29.38 seconds. Ingebrigtsen won the men's 1500-meter silver medal at the 2023 World Athletics Championships, finishing less than a half second behind Kerr, with a time of 3 minutes 29.65 seconds, just like he did in Eugene in 2022. The podium for the men's 1500-meter worlds was completed by Ingebrigtsen's fellow Norwegian runner, Narve Gilhe Nords, who finished in 3:29.68. Interestingly, Jakob Ingebrigtsen's father, Gert Ingebrigtsen, coaches Narve Gilhe Nords. Another interesting connection is that Josh Kerr and fellow British winner Whiteman both grew up running in the same Scottish club, the Edinburgh Athletic Club. Although it is obvious that we are completely blown away by Josh Kerr's 1500-meter performance last night, none of this is meant to diminish the excellent races by both Norwegian athletes, Ingebrigtsen and Nords. Furthermore, Jakob Ingebrigtsen was reportedly under the weather after suffering from a sore throat on Sunday, which he said had mostly resolved, but he was still not feeling 100% for the 1500-meter finals last night. Furthermore, Ingebrigtsen has had an incredible track season in the 1500-meter mile distance, and while last night was not his fastest time for the 2023 track season, his final lap was his fastest bell lap of the year, clocking in a blistering 53.76 seconds. It wasn't fast enough to catch the hungry Josh Kerr, who finished the final 400 meters in 52.77 seconds, splitting 26.5 seconds in the final 200 meters. Overall, it was a thrilling race, as is typical of the men's 1500-meter race at the World Championships. However, the 2023 World Athletics Championships men's 1500-meter event will go down in history as one of the most thrilling, particularly for track and field fans in the United Kingdom. It wasn't fast enough to catch the hungry Josh Kerr, who finished the final 400 meters in 52.77 seconds, splitting 26.5 seconds in the final 200 meters. Overall, it was a thrilling race, as is typical of the men's 1500-meter race at the World Championships. However, the 2023 World Athletics men's 1500-meter event will go down in history as one of the most thrilling, particularly for track and field fans in the United Kingdom. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and leave your suggestions in the comments section below.